It's beer o'clock on Real Craft Beer. Today we got a beer from Beer Here. I like this brewery, I'm a fan of Beer Here. It's a bottle of their Farligwine, a barley wine style ale. And it's coming in at 11% ABV. Quite a big beer, this one. You can tell it's a big beer because it's ripped the face off the person drinking it on the label. That poor woman. Gold bottle cap. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Oh, come on. Bit of smoke on the opening. Beer in the glass. Whoa, look at this. So lots of body then for the beer, because it's 11% ABV. There's a lot of malt needed to get the ABV to 11. Lots more sugar, lots more malt equals lots more sugar equals lots more body in the beer. So we got a 3-finger tan coloured head, nice levels of carbonation, slightly hazy, dark, amber coloured ale. You can pick this beer up from beersofeurope.co.uk, the largest online beer store in the UK. A lot of beer from around Europe and America. So if you've been away working or if you've been on a holiday, you want to drink the beer you were drinking while you were away, probably the best place to find it is Beers of Europe. So check them out. Let's get the aroma on Beer Here's Farligwine at 11% ABV. Oh, it's got that certain, and I mean this in mouthfeel, you can almost smell the treacly, thick, gloopy mouthfeel in the beer. Lots of sweetness, lots of toffee, a little kick of alcohol. Licorice, and maybe a drop of honey in there in the aroma. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, blimey, it's bitter. A real big, grassy, bitter lemon bitterness on this beer. It's really sharp and full on. Ooh, how would I call, what would I mean, they're calling it a barley wine. There's, of course, there's licorice, there's biscuit malt. Lots of body in the beer, lots of sticky toffee in the beer. It's nicely carbonated. The carbonation is not massive, but it's enough to lift. You want to get a sense of the body in the beer. You want to get a sense of that kind of gloopy, kind of thick, quality feel of a barley wine, but also what you want a sense of is that it gets lifted a little bit. You don't want it too heavy, and that's where the carbonation comes in. It's almost like a hovercraft. It kind of just lifts it up a little bit off the water, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Yeah, they're slightly piney. There's a longing bitterness on the back end, lots of toffee in there, lots of fig, and a bit of spice in there, and then that big rasping bitterness. At 11% ABV, this could either be called two things. First, as the brewer mentions, it could be classed as a barley wine. Second, if you really want to debate it, if you really want to think about the style of the beer with the hops that they've used in the beer, you could possibly class this as maybe a triple IPA. Or maybe if you wanted to, a hoppy barley wine. It's open to debate. It's open to how kind of you feel. What style this should be. What you think it should be. Then you class it as that. I think the brewers kind of called it a barley wine because it's big, it's malty, it's got good body, and they've just thought to themselves, yeah, we'll call it a barley wine style ale. But I think they've left it, when they put style ale on the end, they've opened it to debate what you think you may want to call it. So what do I want to call it? Do I want to call it a barley wine? Do I want to call it a triple IPA? Do I want to call it a hoppy barley wine? I think either of them suggestions make sense. It would make sense to call it a hoppy barley wine. It would make sense to call it a triple IPA. It would also make sense to just call it a barley wine, which generally means a strong ale. Something kind of 9% up, you would classically call a barley wine. It's very good. Good body, lots of spice, lots of stuff going on in the beer, lots of biscuit malts, and yeah, it's good, it's good. And I love that hoppy bitter finish. I love the hoppy flavours in the beer. Let's get some more in the glass, shall we? Let's show you the quality of the beer as we pour it. Kind of, look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? It's also bottle conditioned. You can see the sediment there floating around. Brilliant, brilliant. I really, really like this beer. It's a very good beer. It's from Denmark. Beer here at a Danish brewery. Brilliant. 11% ABV. Pick it up from beersofeurope.co.uk. Rating for this beer. I'm going to rate it, I'm going to give it a big 9 out of 10. I like that. It's a 9 out of 10 for Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Cheers.